Hello and welcome to the 2018 IWLCA Division III All-American Show. I'm Matt Kinnear, joined by Hallie Quillen and Griggs, and today we are unveiling the Division III Attacker, Midfielder, Defender, and Goalie of the Year, and for the first time ever, the IWLCA Division III Player of the Year.
And just a reminder, all 57 All-American athletes in the D3 ranks have already been announced. So be sure to check out those teams. 19 athletes landed on the first, second, and third team. All three are now live on IWLCA.org and IL Women. Without further ado, let's dive right in. This year's IWLCA Division III Attacker of the Year is Franklin & Marshall's Paige Moriarty. Moriarty departs F&M, a four-time first-team All-American, breaking the F&M record for career scoring and ending her career with 393 points. She also broke the program's assist record this spring, leaving with 160 to her name. She closed her career on a 97-point senior season, tallying 55 goals and 42 assists.
Hallie, you've had the opportunity to watch Paige Moriarty develop over her 4 years at F&M. What have you seen from her growth as a player?
You know, we mentioned this in the All-America show when we announced that she was, again, a first-teamer. She's a three-time IL Women Attacker of the Year in the D3 ranks as well. I think what's so special is, you go back to that national semifinal game her freshman year. The minute that she hit the ground for Franklin & Marshall, she was playing like an upperclassman. She was playing like a vet. She has put together, she is 7 points shy from the 400-point threshold. That's just incredible. And when you think about the numbers she's put up, yes, she scored a lot of goals, but it's been very balanced as well. She is the career leader in assists with 160 to her name as well. I think that's really, when you talk about the growth in her game, that's, I think, where she's continued to grow. She really learned how to dish the ball out and get her teammates involved when she was drawing the attention, drawing face guards, drawing double teams, drawing triple teams in some instances. We saw some of that this year from her. So sometimes I think that defensive pressure can really break an attacker, but it didn't break her. It made her better. She learned how to pull it out and really just get her teammates involved. So I think that she will go down as probably the best to ever play for Franklin & Marshall, and certainly one of the best attackers we've ever seen in the D3 ranks.
And moving on to the Midfielder of the Year, we have a national champion who takes home Midfielder of the Year honors, and that's Gettysburg's Steph Colson. Steph Colson was named a first-team All-Centennial Conference and All-Region member this spring, grabbing conference and NCAA tournament MVP honors en route to Gettysburg's second straight NCAA crown. The junior tallied a team-high 76 points on 50 goals and 26 assists to go along with a team-best 53 ground balls and 140 draws. Congratulations to Steph. Hallie, Steph is someone you had the opportunity to connect with over Memorial Day weekend. What did you see from her?
She did. So Steph joined the IWLCA Weekly Show to recap, first of all, just the whirlwind weekend. Gettysburg playing for a national championship game. They think they're taking the field championship Sunday, getting ready, waiting. That game, because of inclement weather, gets pushed to Monday, and Steph and I joked a little bit about that, but then just spoke about the game itself and the overall season. I love the ease of which she approached the game. She always has a big smile on her face when she's playing, certainly when we spoke with her last week. She's just having fun out there, and having fun, but also kicking butt at the same time. She's a player that offensively, she put up the points. She had a team-high 76 this year in a monster NCAA tournament. She was named the NCAA tournament's MVP, but where she excels is on the draw control, in my opinion. 140 draws. Ironically, this is where her little sister, Lizzie Colson, who was named an All-American at Maryland this year, she's a sophomore, it's where she excels as well. So the Colson sisters, just dynamic, fast, athletic, speedy. They push transition. Steph does a great job if she's not getting the draw control, just tracking it down, causing turnovers, picking up possession. I think that she's really probably the most complete player we've seen take the field this year, and I'm excited that we have one more year of her next year.
And moving along, and this is an award that should be of no surprise to anybody, and that's the Defender of the Year, and it's TCNJ's Elizabeth Morrison.
Elizabeth Morrison leaves behind quite the legacy at the College of New Jersey, earning her fourth straight All-American honor this spring. Morrison has anchored a Lions defensive unit that has led the nation in scoring defense the past 4 years. The NJAC Defensive Player of the Year was the only player in the D3 ranks to be named a Tewarton watch list candidate.
Congratulations to Elizabeth. And Hallie, She's one of the best defenders in the women's game that we've ever seen, and that doesn't matter which division we're talking about.
No, she's just been, I mean, she's a special player. I think that when I look back, I mean, how many, I've been here this is my 5th lacrosse season. She's one player that I think really stands out defensively. I don't know if we've seen another player like her. And again, that is spanning all 3 divisions. Check out these numbers. 323 ground balls, 260 caused turnovers, 297 draw controls. You do those numbers, she's only a few possessions shy of 1,000. Over the course of her 4 years, she has gained her team that many possessions. That's, I think, a big reason why people aren't scoring against TCNJ. She's a special player, I think, and she's also put up some strong offensive numbers as well. Over the course of her career, she's shooting over 500 when she gets the green light to bring the ball over the 30. I want to see more of her. You know, she's out there. I want to see her continue to play, whether it's at the pro level. I want to see her try out for the U.S. team. I mean, she is just such a strong player. I think that her career will be historic, not only at TCNJ, but in the D3 ranks. And she's really just one of the most special players that I've ever had the pleasure to cover here at Inside Lacrosse.
Remarkable stuff. And last but certainly not least, we have our goalkeeper of the year. The IWLCA goalkeeper of the year is Trinity's Zoe Ferguson. Zoe Ferguson garnered her second All-NESCAC nod this spring, owning the best save percentage in the league with 53.2%, to go along with an 8.59 goals against average, which ranked 3rd in conference. The senior was an All-American selection a season ago as well. Hallie, for Zoe Ferguson, a 52.3 save percentage in what many consider the toughest conference in Division III lacrosse.
Zoe Ferguson really just, I think, one of the best players to ever put on that Trinity Bantam jersey. But she set the bar high for Trinity and the NESCAC as well. As we mentioned, I mean, how many All-Americans have we announced coming from the NESCAC? On the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd team. I mean, she's going up against the top midfielders, the top attackers in the college game, and she's facing off against some of the top goalies and defenders. So for her to put together this save percentage, this body of work throughout her 4-year career, she set the bar high for this program. The players coming in, players playing under her, she's who they're reaching for, who they're aspiring to be. And of course, for the opposing coaches, they're probably pretty happy to have her gone.
And last but not least, as we mentioned at the top of the show, for the first time ever, the IWLCA will be naming a comprehensive player of the year.
And that player is Gettysburg College's Steph Coulson. Steph, one of the most dynamic midfielders we saw take the field in the D3 ranks this year. She was incredible during the NCAA tournament, but really her postseason in general, also earning conference tournament MVP honors. She's excelled on the draw. She put up big numbers offensively. And unlike all of the other positional players of the honorees, she will be back next year. The lone returning player of the year. She will come back and looking to lead Gettysburg to their three-peat.
And that's all we have today. Congrats, Steph. Congrats to all the honorees and All-Americans for their illustrious careers and everything they did this season.
And for those of you watching and to everyone who we named an All-American, congratulations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 2019.